back, my friends. Today we're going to talk about the classic Kenny Loggins tune, House at Pooh Corner. Now this tune is more than just a simple kid's tune, and it really offers us a lot of interesting opportunity. We could play it in the original key of E with a lot of bar chords and also a little bit too high for my voice. So what I've done is I've brought it into the key of G. We can go way down singing, and it also gives us a nice finger-style way of playing the tune and also get a lot of the bells and whistles still in place. So let's take a look. It's really a very cool tune. It starts out with an 8-measure phrase, right? So we'll start it with a G, and we're going to be doing this very common G chord, A minor with the A bass and the C. Okay, so we're basically playing tenths, right? And then we're going to go to the B with the D, and then we're going to come up to the E minor. Now I like to play the E minor, in this case, with the little finger on the first 2 strings. So we're going to get this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? If you want, you can proceed that E minor a little bit on the offbeat, so it's da 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 da, okay? And we're playing those 4 chords. And then we're going to go to the A minor, to the D7, and then to the G, okay? So we've got Christopher Robin in that Walton home, under branches lit up by the moon. Now here we can do a little bit of a bell and whistle by coming up to the 5 and the 7, okay, 5th string and 2nd string with the thumb and the 2nd finger, right? And we're playing a D with an F sharp, and so that would be a 10th, a 3rd, or an octave above would be a 10th, and we're just going to drop that down to the C and the E. So we've got da da, and the way we do it is da 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 by the moon, and 2 and 3 and 4. So we're hitting it on the and of the beat, right? So it's going to be under branches lit up by the moon. And then we're back into the next part. Okay? The other way we could do that is we could play with the 2 fingers like this on the 4th and 2nd string. 2nd string still playing the same 2 notes, but now with the 4th string playing parallel above it. And this is going to give us a 6th. And this also sounds good. So we've got branches lit up by the moon. So either way is very nice. And then we repeat those 4 measures with the same chords, posing our questions to our Indy Hall as the days disappeared all too soon. Okay, and here I like to just play the G with the little hammer on, which is the 1st and 2nd finger of that C chord, okay, similar to a Paul Simon type of deal there, okay, and then we've got the first 8. So the whole thing, again, is going to be Christopher Robin in that haunted home, under branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to our Indy Hall as our days disappeared all too soon. And now we're going into the next 4, which is sort of a precursor to the sing-along part. I like to call that first version we just finished the prologue. This next section, this 4-measure section, is sort of an interlude into that chorus part where everyone likes to sing. So now we're going to go to an E minor, but I've wandered much further today. And then the B minor, you could do the bar, but again, staying away from bars on this tune. We're going to just go to the B minor like this, the simple form. So we've got, I've wandered much further today than I should. And now we're going to go to a C, can't seem to find my way back. An A7, and then a D7. And now we're going to come into the chorus, right? But so again, that's going to be but I've wandered much further today than I should, and I can't seem to find my way back to the wood. And again on that C, we're just going C, B minor, but really just a B with the G, and then to the A7, and then the D7. And now into that very familiar chorus, which prolongs about 14 measures. So we're going to go, so help me if you can, I've got to. Again, we're doing a simple 1, 6, 2, 5, very common progression. Again, G, E minor, A minor, D7, and one more time, G, E minor, A minor, D7, and now a little twist, we're going to the B minor 7, hear the bees in the hive, E minor, chase all the clouds from the sky, and now we're going to revisit that tenths that we did earlier, 5 and 7, 3 and 5, 2 and 3, and then to the A minor. So we've got chase all the clouds in the sky, 2, 3, 4, back to the days of Christopher Robin, and now an F major 7, okay, kind of switching up the tonality there a little bit, and now I like to finish with the D9. Could finish with a D7, but that D9 is a very cool chord, and then that brings us back to the second verse, and we repeat the first part of the tune. So that's the tune. So when we put it all together, we've got something like this. Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to our Lady on as the days disappeared all too soon. But I've wandered much further today than I should, and I can't seem to find my way back to the wood. So help me if you can, I've got to get back to the house at Pooh Corner by one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky, back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. And then back to the first verse, and that's the tune. So my friends, I hope that gives you something to play with. This is a great tune. Until next time, my friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Any recommendations for new songs you'd like to hear or see or learn how to play, please send them forth, and I will see you again next time.